Indianapolis, CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Today, it's the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. And good afternoon, everyone. Kevin Harlan, Trent Green will check in with Melanie Collins in just one moment. Both teams are coming off of Week 1 wins, but different kinds of quarterback experiences.
Well, you talk about Daniel Jones. Let's go with him first. And the Indianapolis Colts, the job that they did last week, the job that he did, getting a fresh start here in Indianapolis after 6 years in New York, a few weeks in Minnesota last year, but finding a new setting here in Indianapolis, fitting very well into Shane Steichen's offense, put up outstanding numbers in the win last week. Bo Nix, in his second year of Sean Payton's system, looks to improve from last year's rookie season. Did not have a very good Week 1, 2 interceptions and a fumble, but the ultimate thing, Kevin, they got the win, and he looks to improve his play this week.
The Broncos coming off their first playoff season in 8 years. The Colts haven't been 2-0 in 16 years. The Denver Broncos, the Indianapolis Colts on CBS.
It's a great chance of a great day and a great game.
2 unbeaten teams through Week 1, the Broncos and Colts. Colts impressive with their win last week, led by quarterback Daniel Jones, who moments ago met with our Melanie Collins.
Daniel, you and your team scored on all 7 offensive possessions in Week 1. What is going to be the key to matching that execution today?
It's a new game. We got to play our game, execute a game plan, and go out and play good football. So that's what we're focused on doing, one play at a time, and we're excited to get out there.
Going up against a stout Broncos defense that had 6 sacks in Week 1, led the league in pressure rate. What is going to be the key to neutralizing that rush?
Well, we got a lot of faith in our guys up front. They've done a good job, and it's all me too. Get the ball out on time and find the open guy.
Good luck today.
All right, thanks.
He was effective, and his time with Minnesota was very good for him late last season. He's trying to carry that in here to Indy.
And Kevin, the way he played last week, they ran the football efficiently. They had the play-action pass going. He got the ball out on time. He talked about the timing just there with Melanie, and I think that's very important against this Denver pass rush. They like to get after the quarterback. They talk to us about stopping the run and pressuring quarterbacks, so it's going to be on Daniel Jones to get that ball out of his hand.
Here we get a 19-yard return. As we say good afternoon to Adam Shine in New York.
Kevin, it just went final in Cincinnati. Jake Browning, touchdown. How about it? Bengals 2-0 for the first time since 2018. Back to you.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Lowe's. Tackle your to-do list early with Lowe's to earn your Sunday. And by Verizon. The NFL is powered by Verizon 5G.
Beautiful day here in Indy. We had some storms roll through last night, and there is a look at Marvin Mims. He's 28-yard return.
Well, Kev, the Indianapolis Colts kicked off Colts Community Tuesdays with the annual Colts School Uniform Blitz at College Park Elementary School. Colts players took more than 600 students on a shopping experience where kids picked out their own outfits, helping eliminate school clothing as a barrier to students attending and staying in school. Back to you.
Good stuff. Melanie, thank you so much. 3rd and 1. Daniel Jones, 6th overall pick out of Duke by the Giants.
Yeah, he came in. Obviously, there's a lot of pressure going in there as the 6th overall pick. You see the numbers. He had a heck of a year in 22. Got a win in the playoffs, which they were rewarded, or he was rewarded with the contract. Things just didn't work out, and it was time to move on. He was benched a year ago, asked for his release so that he could get a new opportunity. He went up to Minnesota for a few weeks and then landed here in Indianapolis.
3rd and 1 by Denver. Well, on Tuesday, Bronco owners Greg and Kerry Penner, along with the city of Denver and state of Colorado, announced Burnham Yard, a historic former railroad yard in downtown Denver, as the preferred site for a privately funded retractable roof stadium and mixed-use district. The team will now focus on community engagement processes for the next steps, with the targeted stadium opening of 2031. The running back is Harvey. Welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis. Nix with a couple touchdown passes, a terrific 8 of 9 start for this second-year quarterback.
Well, first it's a touchdown pass to Mims as he gets man-to-man coverage, perfectly placed in the back, and then this is the improv. This is him getting outside the pocket. He's one of the best in the NFL, even in year number 2 of throwing on the run and outside the pocket. Here's the second touchdown, also outside the pocket. Starting off very efficiently, 8 of 9, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Great start for Bo Nix.
Here's the kickoff, taken by Gold. They'll get a block in there from Doolin, and then he is brought down by Karene Reed. 23-yard return to New York, and Adam Shine.
Kevin, Brandon Aubrey wins it at the buzzer in overtime. This after tying it up the gun in regulation from 64 yards. You gotta love sports. Kevin Trent, back to you.
Now it'll be 1st and 15. Well, this Colts team handpicking Jones, but boy, they've had a lot of people come and go since Andrew Luck.
Well, you think about the stability they had here in Indianapolis for such a long time with Peyton Manning and you know, Andrew Luck, and now since then the number that have come through here. So Daniel Jones getting his opportunity this season, making start number 2.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico. And by Chipotle. Real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle, for real.
Indy all dressed up here for this week 2 of the NFL. The Verizon halftime report. JB, Nate, Matt, Ryan, Coach Cowher, scores, news, and highlights from New York. The Verizon halftime report. Last week, Miami blitzed the heck out of this offense of the Colts. It'll go down to zeros. Jones has already set a career high for first half passing yards for Indianapolis. He's got 235. But Bo Nix, the second-year Bronco quarterback, 3 first-half touchdown passes and 14 of 18 through the air. And a great game in Indy. 21-20 Broncos over the Colts. Downstairs to Melanie Collins.
Thank you, Kev. Coach, it appears you found your rhythm offensively, but what's giving your defense so much trouble this first half?
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious they came out to continue to pass the ball, take advantage maybe of some single safety looks. We dropped 2 coverages that can't happen, so we got to get that cleaned up. But they were a little bit more intent on throwing, and we were probably the opposite, intent on getting the ground game going.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Sean Payton has not won a true road opener since 2018. He's got the 1-point lead on the road at Indy today. Back with these highlights from Verizon and a word from our local station.
When Verizon gives you a free phone on any plan,
Gemini, show me the concealer.
you use AI a lot.
The long, thin tube in the middle.
Yes, boyfriend of the year.
Did we say a lot? We meant a lot, a lot.
Gemini, is my houseplant leaning away because it hates me?
Nothing personal. It's leaning away for more sunlight.
Come here, girl. Gemini, any pointers on my downward dog?
We get it. It's a Google Pixel 10 Pro from Verizon.
Oh, appreciate you.
Have a game day snack in the oven? Just tell Siri. Set a timer for 15 minutes.
Two teams 1-0 coming into today. Colts, Broncos, and quarterback play has been terrific.
Kevin, we thought we were going to have a good game coming into this because you said both teams are 1-0 and played very well in week 1. But it's lived up to the expectations and even more. Both quarterbacks have been incredibly efficient. They haven't had any turnovers. Neither quarterback's been sacked. When they're in the red zone, they're getting points. It's been a fun game in the first half.
Denver won the opening flip. They decided to take the second half kickoff, and here we go. There's a flag thrown on the kickoff.
Kick short of the landing zone. Kicking team, the ball plays 40-yard line. First down.
Landing zone. Most moments ago, Mel caught up with the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, Shane Steichen.
Coach moved the ball well offensively in the first half, but 7 penalties. What did you say to your team at half?
We got to eliminate the penalties, and it's going to come down to this second half right now. And when it comes down to the fourth quarter, we got to be the ones to go get it. And we got to eliminate the penalties, but our offense is playing good. We got to get a stop here right on defense, start this half.
Any update on Quentin Nelson?
No, he should be good.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.
And that is good news for the Colts. First down and 10. Sherfield is in motion. Broncos have it with a handoff. And Dobbins picked up by Buckner as he takes it over the tackle near the 45. Picks up 5, second down and 5 with the numbers for both teams through 30 minutes of football.
Well, as we said, they've been very efficient offensively. You see the points, the first downs, the yards, a lot of good football. The penalties, as Melanie just talked to Shane Steichen about, for both teams, have had some impact on drives, but
back in Indy, TV's biggest night is almost here. Join host Nate Bergexi in a celebration of the television shows that are the best in the business. The Emmys tonight, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, right here on CBS. J.K. Dobbins has had a history of injuries, some big ones. ACL, a couple of them. Torn Achilles. He's on his 3rd team after a terrific career at Ohio State. And he scores again, 5-yard touchdown run. Good-looking drive to open the second half for Denver.
And really, Denver, they have incredible balance right now. 231 yards, 151 through the air, 80 on the ground. Really a good job of mixing things up with the play calling, keeping that defense of the Colts off balance.
Colts to New York and Adam Shine.
Hello, Kevin Harlan. Take a look at this. James Conner with a touchdown. It is all Arizona. They are smoking hot to start the season. Clubbing Carolina. Back to you.
Back in Indy now, let's take a look at the game flow presented by Progressive Insurance. Knicks with 3 touchdown passes. Troutman caught one right there. Knicks has gone 18-22. Big day for Daniel Jones. Touchdown pass, touchdown run, 273 passing yards. And it's a 5-point game. Broncos on top. It almost feels like the team with the ball last is going to be in a good position.
You know, that's kind of the way this game has been going. It really does. You know, you go back to even the end of the half, right? It's like who's going to end up and put the points up.
Adam Shine in New York.
Kevin, here's a nugget for you. Hunter Renfrow, first touchdown since 2022. You gotta love sports. Arizona still in control.
You know, remember Renfrow had a Pro Bowl season with the Raiders, then a significant concussion. He had missed some time.
He really did, and you know, the fact, the way his career started with the Raiders and the numbers he was able to put up, it's good to see that he's gotten healthy and getting another opportunity.
Tennessee more than 3, and now it'll be 3rd and 4. We just talked with that Mel report on Breeze and his tutelage of Knicks, and of course, Breeze and Peyton go back many, many years with great success.
Well, and you got to remember, that's Knicks' rookie year. That would have been Breeze after his major shoulder surgery, coming over from then the San Diego Chargers, getting a fresh start with Sean Payton.
He wanted to go to Miami, and then the doctors in Miami told Nick Saban his shoulder's not going to last. Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indianapolis, starting the 4th quarter, 28-23. Broncos are on top. There's Carly Gordon. She is the CEO. Her dad, Jim, passed away not too long ago. Irsay family has owned this organization in Baltimore and here in Indianapolis. She and her 2 other sisters run this. Next Sunday, you can count on the NFL on CBS for a fantastic Week 3 slate, including Bengals-Vikings. It begins at noon Eastern with a special NFL Today with JB and the guys throwing it back to celebrate 5 decades of our pregame show. You can always count on the NFL on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. By the way, this is the 66th year that CBS has broadcast the NFL, longer than any network broadcasting the NFL.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Allstate, you're in good hands. And by Chewy. For life with pets, there's Chewy with everything.
I bet Peyton Manning's watching this game. He played for the Colts. He won a championship with not only Indianapolis, but also with Denver. Lombardi trophies, both places. Bet Peyton's watching. Second down and long to New York and Adam Shine.
Kevin, the ensuing drive for Philly following Mahomes' red zone pick. Tush push. Philly in Arrowhead. 20-10. Back to you.
Rematch of the Super Bowl.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by T-Mobile. Now the best network in America. And by McDonald's.
Back in Indy, 2-point game. Colts have the ball down by 2 tonight on CBS. Begins with E.T. Entertainment Tonight live at the Emmys red carpet. Followed by the 77th Emmy Awards, hosted by Nate Bargatze, right here on CBS. 1:50 to go. Taylor has had some kind of day.
It is. It's just been a phenomenal. He gets out of the backfield, gets a big gain right here, sets up a score, and then the touchdown. Similar type of play, and then the big run we saw just a minute ago to set up the last field goal. Breaking the tackle in the backfield, making 2 guys miss. Buffalo actually saves the touchdown because they end up having to settle for a field goal there, but huge day for Jonathan Taylor.
Third Colts have won.
What a win for the Colts, but you know the Broncos are going to have some questions about that call. Here's the final kick to win the game for the Broncos, or for the Colts.
He was 5 of 5 kicking today, Schrader. He's never missed in his very short NFL career. And he belts home a game-winning 45-yard field goal. When it appeared after missing a 60 that the Broncos had won. And then the flag after the ball had missed. And Daniel Jones, in his second start for the Colts, has taken them to another win. The owner likes it. And the Colts are 2-0. And the Broncos fall to 1-1.
Well, we had a little bit of everything here, Kevin. Both quarterbacks very efficient.
Colts have their first 2-0 start since 09. And the last time they began 2-0, they won the Super Bowl. Tonight on CBS begins with E.T. live at the Emmys red carpet. Then the 77th Emmy Awards. Dramatic win for the Colts on a game-winning 45-yard field goal. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.